All right, team, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and yeah, I'll go ahead and put my video camera on so you can see me. You able to see me? All right, check it out. Let's go ahead and check out the big stocks that we really want to pay attention to today. Let's go ahead and look at SPY first. All right, we're going to go ahead and go into the 15-minute first. See what's going on. All right, look at that. As you can see, absolutely, from yesterday Fed meeting, SPY is just taking off. Okay, so we got 473 looking at pre-market highs, 473.09. I mean, how much higher can go? We're already at all-time highs. I just want people to be cautious, okay? If you missed yesterday because you weren't trading because of FOMC and stuff like that, just be cautious. Don't get caught going into this bull run. Could it go to 475? Yeah, sure. No one knows how high it can go, okay? Because we're at all-time highs. So when you break out of stuff like this, you never really know how high you can go, all right? But you just don't want to be caught on that sharp reversal, okay, from being exhausted. Now, typically you can kind of give a gauge. So when you look at this, okay, you can look at from consolidation zones. So let's put a little rectangle on here, okay? You guys know I love my rectangles, all right? Let's just put a little rectangle right here, okay? And this is basically going off of out of this last period of consolidation where we hit a peak, okay? And then we kind of came back down. So we kind of have this period right here of 461 and 454. All right. So what's that? About a $7 range. Okay. So right now we're already 461. The $7 range would have been 468, right? So we've already beat that. So let's go ahead and put a line there. Okay. We've already beat that. All right. So this typically when you break out and you break out of ranges, you break out in segments that are equal to your previous range of area. Okay. So, we had this little range here. We broke out. We've already exceeded that. It would not be, you know, out of the ordinary to go ahead and get another range of about $7. So that would be eight, nine, 10. We got five, so we got about two more bucks up here. So about right here, about 475.83, something like that. So we'll go ahead and put it at 476. Well, 475, because I bet it wants a round number, especially when we don't have an all-time highs. A lot of algo systems, they like round numbers and stuff. That would be about double our current range here for breaking. So I'd be looking for potentially um, resistance at a double breakout range. All right. Now we got a huge thing. We're looking into the rally. All right. Just be cautious because we've broken out. We've already broken out to all-time highs. No one knows how high this thing can go. Could it go to 490? Could it go to five? Yeah, sure. Why not? You know what I mean? But just be cautious of chasing this. All right. I would wager, I would at least put that 475 mental in there because that makes sense to me with no guidance on where the all-time high is at. 475 seems like a pretty good, statistical number that people are kind of putting at a range to get to before we'll probably see some resistance. And it falls in line with the theory of a double breakout out of range because now we got the breakout here, which we popped to here. Remember, so now this would be resistance, this would be support. Now we've broken out of here. So now this is support, this is resistance. All right. Every step ladder is going into or supply and demand, however you want to look at it, right? But just be cautious. Okay. So we're going to follow the trend today. We're going to tread lightly. All right. We're also going to look for opportunities to play off the reversal. If we start to see the momentum shift, we're not going to be afraid to take shorts if we see the momentum shift because we've pushed quite a bit. We can pull back to 469 and still be way up more than we were previously. Here's our previous breakout level, right? This was our resistance level that we just blasted through with the FOMC. Here's our next resistance level. Okay, so that's where we're looking at as far as that one's concerned. Let's go into the Q. It's probably going to be a very similar story. Look at that, 405. Now we're starting to table off here at the Q, okay? So all right. 405. We're probably hitting that one. 405. You cannot notice 405 is kind of that psychological number, okay? Fives and tens. All right. Zeros, fives, and tens. People, we like things that move in those type of sequences because we can make rational decisions. We can make quick, quick math, quick division, stuff like that. That's why we like those zeros, fives, and tens. Okay. I mean, we've liked it ever since we were in grade school. You know, that's why you learn your 10 multiplication table first, your five multiplication table. That's why those brainiacs that knew their nines, they always thought they were superior because all normal people, we knew our tens and our fives, but they were all like, I know my threes and I know my nines. I'm so cool. Whatever. I got fives and tens. That's all I need to know in this world. Anyways, I'm bringing back some of my baggage from school. All right, so we got resistance here. We're looking at probably a pullback. If we get rejection, 403 would be about where the range on a pullback, I would assume us probably coming back down to. If we popped any further, I'd be looking for that $2 range pop to the upside. So I'd be looking for, a pop from here, probably 407 for the pop for resistance. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So that's what I'd be looking for. If we break above this zone here, I'd be looking for the push towards and probably rejection from resistance, pushing back down. This will be our battle zone area, this 405 area. All right. Now I don't want you guys getting stuck on just a line, okay? When we're talking about battle zones, I want you guys to think of zone, okay? Want you to think of zone, okay? Think of a range, all right? Think of triggers high and low of a rectangle, okay? Remember, these are our rectangles of probabilities, all right? That's why we like them. Rectangles, patterns, shapes, triangles, rectangles, squares, all right? That's why we like them, okay? This is your probability box, all right? Put some triggers, all right? Giving yourself probability. We hit this bow zone, we creep above this, and we trigger off this part here. We're looking for continuation to the upside before we hit resistance. Okay. So we follow the trend, we make our money. We just trade, not an investment. We're looking for the downtrend. We start to see it wicking out up here. We start to play it back down towards this line. We close below this line, trigger off of this box here. We play it to the downside. Okay. We hit the support, starts wicking out from there. We play it back up or continuation, vice versa. Okay. So that's how we're going to play that one. So we're going to watch this one. 405 though, I like that one for probably the psychological. They'll probably see a little bit of consolidation coming out of here. It's flagging pretty hard. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get some of that selling pressure from all-time highs after an initial push. I bet we push kind of hard before we start to sell a little bit. IWM. Man, IWM, this one hurts because I've been betting it. I've been betting against the small caps for a minute, okay? Because I've been betting people going into the Magnificent Seven of big caps and stuff like that. But when the likelihood of cuts comes, okay? Here's a little economics. I don't know if any of you guys have taken economics in college or whatever, but need to understand this when we're talking stock market, okay? It's a lot more than just price action and lines on the chart, okay? You need to understand how economics works and how it works with particular markets that you're in, okay? So if you're trading IWM, you need to understand the IWM, okay? We know that the Q, right? The Q is mainly made up of the big tech stuff, and we can understand that big tech, Microsoft, Apple. Well, we know that that's where the big money's at, right? Okay. IWM, these are small caps. So what does that mean? Well, these are speculative stocks that people are getting into when the likelihood of lower interest rates, cuts, and no recession, okay? Because these are speculative stocks. These are growth stocks. These are the smaller caps that have more of a percentage of 30, 40, 50% growth in the next 1 to 5 years, okay? You're not going to see 30% growth in an Apple in the next 1 to 5 years. Why? It's a $3 trillion company, okay? You're not going to see 30% growth in that big type company. It's just not going to happen because a 1% growth in a $3 trillion company is the same thing as say like 100% growth in like a Nokia. You know what I mean? When you look at the market cap. So you got to understand people are dumping into these because they're going long in these, 2000 different stocks that make up this Russell that are all high growth stocks. They're looking into their 2024 portfolio. But when the market gets shaky, when it gets a little weak at the knees, okay, these are the first ones that get dumped. All right, these are the first ones that get dumped. You usually see the IWM fall first. Okay, you start to see it fall, and then you start to see your blue chips fall. So this thing's taking off. I mean, people are dumping money into these cheap stocks. I like to get into these stocks and see which ones are really rocking, shaking and rocking. But it's rocking. However, when we're looking out a little bit further, okay. I mean, look at this. Ah, dang. Yeah, this catches you. All right. When we're looking at this, remember box of probability. Here's our rectangles, right? We like rectangles. Look at this. Okay. This would have been our breakout 184 to 187, $3 move. Well, we've surpassed that and then some. Okay. Boom. I mean, we're like 187. We're a $10 move. Okay. So here's the deal. All right. Maybe a little push to two for the psychological. All right. Maybe. Okay. Maybe a push to two for the psychological, but be ready for that cool down because the cool down on these small cap people will take profits on these small caps before they'll take profits on a Microsoft, on an Apple, on an Amazon, on a Google, stuff like that. Just understand that, people don't care as much about these stocks as they do about their big ones. So I'd be looking for the pullback to about 194. Maybe not today, maybe not
Oh,
tomorrow,
what P?
next week. What's going on? Do I got people unmuted? People be talking. That's okay. You got a question? Go ahead, ask it. I got people on the mic. You got a question? Ask it. I'm here. Send it. Roger, Roger. This is Traders War Room. Over. All right, I guess they didn't have anything. Anyways, so we're looking for the breakout to 200. I see that psychologically. Probably the pullback. If we don't make it to 200, we're probably looking for a nice little cool down to about 194, and that doesn't do anything because look at this $10 move. Okay, so a cool down here, absolutely fine. All right, absolutely fine. But I'd be looking for the cool down because this is just unnatural when you're looking at the IW. I mean, we've hit what, three legs here, one leg up, two leg up, three legs up. I mean, we can't just keep legging up, legging up, legging up. Okay, people got to take some profits. All right. So, I got a feeling we got some good news. We'll get a little bit of continuation pressure, and then people are going to, try to take some money so that they're sitting fat down south going into the Christmas holiday and, you know, ending the year with some money in their piggy bank and stuff like that. All right. We got a couple questions in the chat group message. Oh, it's all good. Hey, if you go ahead and send it. I'm looking at the social medias. You got a chart, send it. Come on the mic. Let me know. We're gonna go look at the normal ones that everyone likes to look at. Let's look at Apple first. All right. We're going to finish up here real quick. We're just going to blast through these, okay? This is the rapid fire. We're just going to blast through this. We're going to look at it on the 4 hour, then we're going to go to the 30 minute, and then we're just going to blast through Apple coming out of its range. Boom, up top, okay? We're looking for 200 on Apple, okay? 200 psychological, looking for the push, the break here. We're wedging that. Look at this. We got a nice little pennant forming, okay? We get the break to 200, then we get the pullback, all right? That's my assessment. You can see it right here, breaking up. All right, we already got our wicking up here. Okay, we get a nice little push, 200, boom, psychological. We pull back. Okay, look for it to break and converge on its moving averages. Once the moving averages start getting close, that's your sign for reversal. Start going short. All right, let's look at Google. They got some issues. Google rangy. Okay, I like Google short. I don't. They got the antitrust stuff. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, they're gonna put a what's that stuff? An amendment or whatever, a countersuit against it. Yeah, sure. But that's bad juju. Okay, that's a $200 billion business. The App Store. Okay, 200 billion. Okay, if it was 2 billion, if it was 200 million, whatever. That's a drop in a bucket for these huge tech. Okay, 200 billion. That's not chump change. All right. So I like Google short. They might be moving on some momentum, but look at this. All these other stocks, absolutely exploded on this FOMC. Google barely even moved. Okay, that tells you something. That should tell you something. I should tell you that Google, the big money ain't pushing into Google. Okay, Google's gonna struggle. All right, I like Google to the downside. We're coming down. All right, Amazon. Amazon's pumping 150. I like to pull back. Okay, 150 is psychological. Pull back to 145. I like it coming back here for the tabletop. Okay. Coming back here. I don't maybe 145 is a little aggressive, but coming back down towards this tabletop where it kind of ended, I like the pullback on Amazon. I think Amazon's good, but it's way, I mean, it's premium for you guys know Amazon hasn't been like profitable for like years, right? They lose money every year, right? They're just trying to make the money back on this AWS and stuff. I mean, they're a juggernaut, don't get me wrong, and they're not they got tons of money, but overall, they lose money. Okay. They try to counter the lost money with this AWS and this other stuff. So they shift money around. But overall, fundamentally, and they lose money every single year. You guys know this. They've been doing this for years. Okay. So there's flaws fundamentally, and they're overvalued. Okay. They're a premium PE ratio. Okay. So a lot of analysts break these people down. They're a juggernaut company, but I think you can get a better price per share waiting for a little bit of a slide here. All right. Tesla. Tesla. We're at 240. Remember, Tesla. Zeros, fives, and tens. Okay, Tesla, zero, fives, and tens. All right. It likes to pop. All right. You saw it here, man. As you saw it here. It popped down like to 228. Boom, right back to 230. Bam, 240. Okay. So we're looking at 240 here. I bet we reject 240. Listen, yeah, they got recalls, okay, but it's not like a recall. The car, it's not like Ford, GM, and stuff. Hey, recall, take your car to the shop and all this stuff. All you got to do is just, hey, drive your car around so the satellite hits it. We can update your software, okay, for the stuff like that. Okay, it's not a big upgrade. And then, people make it really bad. It sucks to be first, okay? It sucks to be first. Tesla is the first of its kind, and it sucks to be first because you are the brunt of all the pointy fingers and everything. Just remember, when there's a finger pointed at you, there's three pointed back at when there's a finger pointed at the person, there's three pointed back at you. Okay, so people that be pointing fingers at Tesla, they need to watch it because Elon Musk doesn't lose. He doesn't lose, man. People have been counting out Elon Musk since he was a kid, man. And look at that dude. That dude's just been shining on all of them. Okay, so don't count Tesla out, man. I like Tesla. 240 for the bounce, boom, to 245. I think we end the week. I wouldn't be surprised at 250 from some heavy pressure. Um, Plus anyone that goes on live TV and tells the Disney guy to go F off, gotta have, it's kind of cool in my opinion, right? Um, did I get to Microsoft? I'm trying to get all the big names. Okay. Microsoft, outside bar. Let's put a trigger on it. Put a trigger for you guys. Boom. 376.36. All right. Oh, we already got a trigger here. 373.29 outside bar. Those are your triggers, okay? We trigger off that. We go long for the swing, short for the swing, all right? Triggering off 376.50, 373.25, all right? Those are your triggers for Microsoft. Write those down. This is being recorded. You can catch this later if you didn't get that one. Anyways, NVDA. I know the stocks you guys want. I know the stocks you guys want. You guys want all the same stocks everyone else does, okay? 45. All right. Man, it's getting tight. We're getting tight on NVDA, okay? Um, how we looking? We still got volume. We're looking actually like it's showing a little bit of pressure to the downside. Looking like watching VDA, okay, we could see a little bit of sliding, just from a little bit of a pumping. We could also see the pump, okay. NVDA, just take it as just take NVDA with the trend, okay. Let's put some triggers on this. Let's put some alerts actually. I'm gonna create an alert. Where's my alerts? All right, above that, it's my top alert. Cool. And then here's my bottom alert. All right, those are my triggers. All right. We pop above this, I'm gonna go look for longs. Okay, we pop below this, I'm gonna look for shorts. All right. I did some alerts over here the other day too. We blasted through those. Okay, so we were long NVDA anyways. Guys, if you're on TWR, we got an NVIDIA bot and it is killer. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's insane. It destroys the market with NVIDIA. AMD. AMD, we're getting tight. All right, we're getting tight. We still got some ranges here on NVDA or AMD, okay? We're still looking for these, okay? We got this buy signal, but we're getting real tight, all right, which tells me we're gonna make a decision. We're either gonna pop or we're gonna drop, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if we drop a little bit just from people profit taking. I mean, people been in this for a minute. They've been in this since it was under 100, okay? Since it was back here, okay? Look, we got alerts. It was just 100 like last week, all right? So people made making money, man. People are gonna want to take profits, all right? So watch that one. INTC. All right, don't sleep on this one. Buy shares. Hey, go shares long. Listen, someone asked me the other day if they had five stacks, what would they spend money on? And I can't give financial advice for someone with five stacks. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that, okay? But I would say if you took at least like a chunk of that and that five stacks and you took like five bills of that. I put in INTC, man. I mean, I would love to I mean, I bought this back in the 30s. I went and bought 200 shares back in the 30s and I've been buying on dips, okay? This is just it's one of those that, yeah, why not? It's going to do nothing but grow, especially, you can only be down so long before you start to get the companies start to get their act together and they start to get onto that competitive side, okay? Especially with the CHIP Act, they're going to get that money, they're going to get that competitive edge. Activists are going to come in, they're going to start pushing, okay? I mean, yeah. So start getting your position in here, okay? Start looking for it. It's cheap. All right. Just remember when AMD was like 45 bucks. That's all I'm saying. All right. Um, let's look at one more. All right. We already looked at QQQ, Daryl. Already got that. All right, let's do one here. Let's look for one. SoFi. All right, good one. Last one, SoFi. I like that one. Let's do SoFi. Boom. Hey, who bought SoFi shares? The text message group. Okay. Those of you that have been with the text message platform back when we first started this, okay. The first text message or like one of the second ones or something, we were like buy SoFi at like $6. You guys still got your shares? If so, hey, take some profits, okay? Because SoFi's up at like nine something. All right, take some money, okay? SoFi up huge, okay? Those leaps, I know you guys got those $10 leaps. All right, that we've been holding since we bought those out in like 2025, okay? Take some profits, okay? It's time, all right? Don't just sit there and expect this to go up, because dude, I promise you, once we start, the only reason why this is like this is because people are probably expecting this, monies to be loosening and probably student loans to be paid eventually. You gotta remember, SoFi is huge on the student loan stuff. Okay. So if the student loans get paid, SoFi is gonna be making some money. Okay. If the student loans are gonna start getting exsolved and stuff like that, they ain't gonna make no money. So when SoFi pops like this, take advantage of it, okay? Because just as quickly as it pops like this, look at the history. Yeah, just as quickly as it pops like this, it can drop like this. I mean, you just see this. You see it all the time. It pops, it drops, it pops, it drops, it pops, it drops, it pops, it drops. Okay, we're looking like we're on a popping section, but we've been on popping sections before and we drop. Okay, so you know, just take some profits, please. If you're long, take some profits. Thank you. All right, guys. Hey, Chuck with Traders War Room. Let's go out there and make some money. If you are part of the TWR Market Warriors, all right, Shiner got your live trading throughout the day. So definitely show up with that. If not, definitely you guys remember We got a lot of channels open on the Discord for free. If you guys are on this from like outside sources and stuff like that, you guys, we got a lot of channels on the Discord that are open for free for the holidays. Look, hey, after the holidays, Merry Christmas is over. We're tightening it back up. Okay, we're back to just being a premium service. So strike while the iron's hot. Get in there, make this money with TWR, and then when you're ready to make some serious money, go ahead and join the TWR Bulls and become a market warrior. As always, if you're ready, follow me and let's go out there and make some money. Killer, let's get it. Later. Peace.